Oh, let's see. Let's see here. What do we got?
Live from an undisclosed location. It's
Yeah,
Twisted V-Twin Garage.
on the replay.
This this video was filmed in front of a live studio audience.
I'm still trying to get my other screen up, so
What's up?
who all we got in here? We got Polar Bear Ed's Garage, 288 TVs, Thomas Andrews,
Lisa
Ann, Harold Fisher, how you doing? Cajun Coin Hunter, how you doing? And I think I got it. Okay, now I gotta scroll this all the way back down. This is a pain.
Scroll.
Yeah, it's a pain in the butt. Okay. Well, I hope everybody's having a good weekend. So far, the storms is kind of hung out. We haven't got them yet. Hey, Ben's Workshop, how you doing?
Hi, Ben.
So what'd you do all day, Ed? Anything?
Well, I went to breakfast because I thought somebody was fishing.
Yeah.
Came home, fiddled around the garage for a little bit, went to the grocery store, bought a whole plethora of meat, fired up the grill, cooked, and hung out.
Yep. We had a good cookout. They cooked a big pork shoulder roast and chicken and some cherry cheesecake and fries and peanut butter pie. And hey, how you doing, Patch? Good to see you. Willie CK, good to see you. And there's Breezy Bike Shop. But yeah, it was pretty good, interesting day. And then I had to go move some furniture for Bo. So that kind of threw the wrench into fishing.
And then we had to go to the cookout, so.
Yep. Kind of took the whole day up.
Breezy, hi Patch, Bill, or Ben, I'm sorry, Breezy, everybody.
Crystal,
I talked to-
how you doing?
Hi, Crystal. Yeah, I talked to Bo a little bit earlier. He was at Green Farms buying some Sbarro, I guess.
Oh, okay.
He bought himself a new grill.
Yeah, that's what he said. He went to Walmart and seen one. I thought he had his other one still, but he said now he bought a
little one.
propane, one that's propane.
Yeah.
Hey, Ken.
And there's Ken Bates.
But
So anyway, getting ready to put a new fish finder on the boat. But do you know anything about fish finders on how to put them together, Ed?
Nope.
Yeah.
I don't even know how they work.
Gonna take it up to Petty's and they're gonna install it on the boat. It's got the screen is the size of a tablet.
Ooh. Nice.
Yeah. A real high def thing and everything for these tournaments.
Now, is Kyle's boat just a regular boat, or is it actually a bass boat?
No, it's a regular flat bottom boat.
It looks like to be a smaller bass boat up the street from my shop for sale.
Uh-huh.
Said like $1,200, but I bet you can get it cheaper than that.
Uh-huh. Hey, how you doing? Just do it. Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, we're getting into these tournaments pretty deep now. I'm doing a lot of traveling for them. So we'll see. Go get that Garmin. So we'll see.
Howdy.
Hey, Daryl, how you doing, man?
All right. Hey, Breezy, Lucian, Ed 2, 3, and 4. They've been workshop.
So what Daryl do all day?
Not much of nothing.
Not much of nothing. Oh, wait a minute. I got a prisoner in the basement. I got to let him out of jail.
Every time I woke up today, it was raining, so I just went back to sleep.
Help me.
How you doing, Crystal?
Oh, it's been a week. We're getting stuff done around here finally, so I may have my dining room where I can set my yarn stash in the next couple of weeks.
Yep.
But I'm having Michael play delivery boy though.
There you go.
There he goes.
I'm fixing to be out the garage watching because I'm gonna be making a lot of noise with the saw.
Oh boy.
Yeah, he's putting
I don't think you want to hear that.
his top that he made for his workbenches and stuff.
Uh-huh.
He's making more of those.
Oh,
He's going to use those for shelves in the garage.
uh-huh.
But he's only making them 16 inches deep. Ooh.
Right there is that Garmin.
That's got a GPS and everything in it then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Trombo, is it raining up at your house?
I can't wait to see you guys using that because that's something my dad wanted, but he never got.
We have a smaller one.
I got
on
a
our
smaller
boat
one,
now.
but by the time it's all said and done, there will be 3 of these on that boat.
Nice. Now you are going to do video from the boat, right?
No, I don't do that. That's the storm.
Ooh.
Well, you got the
That's
side
a boat.
scan and all that stuff, Mark.
Oh, where'd that go?
Oh shit.
There he is.
Yeah.
That's what Bo's getting right now.
Yeah.
So it's gonna pass us, I think, and just go to Alliance.
It's going to probably go between me and you guys.
Mm.
That's what it looks like.
It's supposed to
I
be.
might get a little bit of it, but
Well, they said hail and everything.
hell.
Yeah.
No, that's what we were calling one of the yarns the other night. Someone said that they had
Did you add that?
Add what?
Cajun.
No, I didn't see him there.
I don't. All I see is a keyboard.
All I see is a keyboard for Cajun.
Oh, there he is.
Okay, yeah.
Man, he's all blurred.
Why
Hey,
you blurry, Cajun? What'd you do? You're real
Yeah.
blurry.
Real blurry.
Clean your
I'm
camera.
not on my laptop.
Ah, that's why.
Oh,
Oh, he has the wheel of death.
yep.
Yeah.
Updates.
Oh yeah, that'll take forever.
No, not long at all. But I had the same problem I had last weekend, like Daryl had,
Uh-huh.
and he has to restart his computer to get in StreamYard so StreamYard can grab the mic and the camera, and it didn't do it in the last couple 3 days. And it did it today. So, and I noticed I had a green dot on my power button. So I'm like, oh, it wants to update. All right, cool deal. Just now I ain't gonna have no more trouble.
Yep. And there's Jeff. How you doing, Jeff?
So
Yeah.
anyway, I figured since you seen me, you didn't see me. I said I better face my camera to the front
For just a minute
so
or
you can
two.
recognize my face.
Yeah. Hey, how you doing, Susan M? Good to see you.
Hi,
Hi,
Susan.
Susan.
Hey, Susan.
Sorry, I got yarn barf. And I'm working on a navy, dark navy, or light navy, however you want to call it. washcloth.
I see. So what'd Jeff do today? Did you get your tractor done, Jeff?
We ain't talking about that.
Oh, Lord.
Oh boy.
It don't sound good.
One of them fun ones.
Well, it looks like I'll be calling you then
Yeah, for what?
to find out what happened.
I went through the whole thing. I found a place that managed an electric pump. I ran the hoses. I put in a little small pancake filter. I sat there. I ran the one hose right from the shut off right up to the thing. Did the hose out the top. I went over the top of the carburetor so that I could keep it off the exhaust.
Uh-huh.
I wired it up with the little switch. I turned the switch on. It pumped great. And I found a good spot for the ground, so I put it on there. Started up. It ran for about 5 minutes. It's out in the middle of the backyard right now. The pump fucking smoked.
Huh?
Yeah.
Don't know why it would have smoked the pump. Where'd you get the pump at?
Somebody told me to buy it off Amazon.
I wouldn't buy them. I get it from the local parts store. And it should have a 1-year warranty, right?
Should. Or at least 30 days.
Yep.
Yeah. Most Amazon, you can, if you write a complaint, go to when you bought it, write a complaint and say, I want my money back, and say, I'll send you the part. Then they're more than happy to give you the money plus the shipping if you spent any.
Yes.
Yeah, most places are a 30-day guarantee on Amazon because I've had problems and I've returned them with no problem. Sometimes I've got my money back and still had the product.
Well, I don't know why he's doing it. The original pump stopped working. The one I bought a week ago lasted about 5 minutes, and it does the same thing. It won't pump.
Did you wire a hot wire and a ground wire from your battery to the switch and not the key?
What part of put a new switch in didn't you hear? I went through the whole thing. I ran a wire up. I put a brand new switch in the dash that I didn't want to have to do. Ran it over. When I turned the switch on, it's got power to it. I checked it right there where it goes inside the pump. It's got power, but it's done.
You either got a bad switch
Probably.
or multiple bad parts. Probably get a different switch and change that out. See what happens. If not,
you got juice from the switch to the pump, right? Still.
It's still not juice to the pump.
Okay. I mean, the pump had shit there. Who's got you?
That me?
Probably got Briggs on.
Not me.
Must have been me then.
All right.
I don't know.
I got my earbuds in.
I've got it muted. I mean, it's over here running, but I'm not listening to. Not got it up high.
Right.
It's far enough away it won't pick up.
But yeah, Jeff. If you still got juice to it and everything, then the pump is seized up. But
yeah, well, I kind of figured that.
That's the same way that I run the pulling tractor. Ed runs his tractor that way, and we have no issues with them pumps. But we get them at the local parts store, either Napa, Advanced, or AutoZone.
The 2.5.
2.5.
Yeah. 2.5 or 3.
They come under Posi Flow, Mr. Gasket.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
What's the other one? Jags. All them. They're all the same pump. They're all made by Posi Flow.
Yep.
Yeah, complain on Amazon and get your money back from them. It may take you a week or two to get it back, but you can get it back.
Yep. And if I had an issue one time like that the pump didn't last no time at all, I took it off, went right back to Napa, and they handed me a new one, and I gave them the old one.
Mm-hmm.
And it comes with a 1-year warranty.
Just get the small pump because they come in like 3 or 2.5, 3, 5, 7.
Yeah, get the lowest pressure you can.
Yep.
Well, I'm thinking I'm just going to take and pull this thing over next to the shed, and I'm just going to start parting it.
Oh Lordy.
I've put too much time and money into this thing. It's just a constant money pit right now. Because now I got a new issue. As I'm turning the wheel, the steering box I don't know if it's got a little spline on the shaft going down to it, or the worm is worn out, but I got a little, it skips every now and then.
Huh.
And I'm not going to buy a new steering box setup.
Uh-huh.
So
At least
Yeah. With as much as you put into it, you don't need to.
Jeff, check that down on the steering box. I'm trying to remember those gear boxes on those things. I can't remember if it has a nut on the top around the shaft you can rotate and push it down in tighter. Maybe it's got too much play in it.
Well, when I'm turning, it doesn't have no play, but it gets to a certain point and all of a sudden it skips.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that.
Well,
And neither have I.
There's a worm gear in there that runs on another like fan gear type deal. I think, if I remember correctly, you might have a tooth.
Yeah, if it's a fan gear, yeah.
Always a possibility.
Oh.
And there's Kyle, and there's Scott Keller.
Hey, Scott. I'm Kyle.
Hi, Kyle.
Nobody cares where the pure pumps are made there, Briggs.
And how's Delisa doing, since she won't say hi to me?
I know, I said hi to her too.
She must be feeling social tonight. She's on camera. She's not watching monkey videos.
We can't hear her. Why can't we hear her?
It's because of the microphone. If you're not sitting directly in front of the computer, it will not pick anything up. It's got to be the noise cancellation on it.
I bet you she could yell and we could hear her.
No, she was just.
Can't hear nothing.
Nope.
Can you hear her now?
Sorry, delete now.
You need to get a little plug in.
Can you hear her now?
No.
Okay,
Bad echo.
going again.
Yes. Someone's got a bad echo.
Hello? What? I can't hear it.
Okay, it's me. It's the way this damn computer's set up. It will not.
Okay.
Oh, here we are.
I'm on Michael's laptop, so I just shut his YouTube off.
Okay, the echo's gone now.
Now Delisa can say something.
Okay,
What?
The echo. If I turn off echo cancellation on this thing, it echoes. So you got to sit right in front of this computer for it to pick up anything. So.
I'll be darned. So did you wind up buying that other tractor, Jeff?
I'm not sure what to do with that yet.
I'll be darned.
Well, here's a picture of the steering box. I don't know if you can see it, actually. Oh, look at that. You can see it.
Ooh, nice.
Okay.
So to your left, just a hair bit, sweetie.
Yeah, there's a ring gear there. Yeah, but bet you that cross shaft has a tooth missing off of it.
That's what I'm aiming to say too.
Yeah, when it comes out of the side of the gearbox.
What, right here?
Where did you point to?
Yep, right there. Yep,
right there.
Right there, or the spine right here could be slipping too, huh?
Yeah. And that nut's down on the bottom of that box I was looking I was talking about there that you tighten it up with. It's like the Cub
Yeah.
Cadets.
That's the operator.
Is it still echo in there, Bo?
No, it's good.
I don't. Here. Echo.
I just sound like a 2-year-old whenever I talk. So
Yeah, and I took a ride up and I looked at the other tractor over here by me today.
Uh-huh.
It's a nice looking tractor. He redid it front to back, but I'm not buying it with the homemade plow set up and the homemade drag box set up and the 60-inch mowers inside the garage in the corner there. I looked at it. I said, yeah, the roller bar's half worn because half the one side, all the rollers are missing.
Uh-huh.
So I figured, okay, that means you're probably going to have to put a whole new bar, all bushings, and all the little roller pieces and spacers and everything. You buy them all separate.
Now, does he have room to work on the price? Can you get him down on the price and tell him that you don't want this other stuff or what?
Oh, no, he's not separating it.
Right.
well, you can't blame me for not separating. It's like you put a lot of work into the tractor you got, and you want to get rid of. You're done with it, so everything you put into it is going with it.
Basically, though, you want to try to keep it original as possible, and homemade stuff don't bring the value of the tractor up.
No,
You wanna
no.
keep it original.
That's the operator.
What is Bo talking about?
He was saying
Your tractor, it's the operator.
Yeah.
no. What Bo's talking about is you said you're done with it. You might start parting it. Bo said quote him a price and he'll think about it if you want to just sell it.
Bo, I don't need no more projects here.
I know it's like I'm telling Mater, you've got enough. Get what you've got to do done.
Yeah.
Well, I know one thing. If I do get this new one, I'm keeping the mower deck.
Be right back.
I'm keeping the front tires
Uh-huh.
because what they costed me was nuts. And I'm keeping the sleeve hitch set up. It's got the drawbar thing if I do go with that 24-inch. So I'm not going to go through looking for the mount set for putting a 3-point on it.
Uh-huh. Well, Delisa, you need to go back on the stream.
Well, I told her to click. I told her to click the link and come up on her phone, and she won't do that.
Yeah. Then we can hear her that way.
Yeah.
She don't have to have a camera on if she don't want it on.
Yeah.
And she can talk. She can talk. Heck, I'll do that.
Well, that's what
I don't know, Bo, how much you think you really got to? How bad do you really think you want this thing?
Here, just buy this brand right here. See?
Jack,
Can we just get rid of him and be done with him?
That thing wouldn't make it out of the yard.
That thing's 35 years old, Mr. Ed.
Again, that thing wouldn't make it out of the yard.
Oh, yes, it would. It's got a Kawasaki on it.
Kawasaki. The thunder is really starting to roll here.
Is it?
Yeah, we had thunder earlier, but we didn't get no rain.
I'm looking out the window here. I'm getting a few sprinkles, but I can really hear the thunder rolling.
All right.
Well, you keep it up your way.
Oh, I am.
Oh, look at here. I got blue skies here. Look at this. We don't have nothing.
Well, gee, you're just over there in La La Land, ain't you?
I ain't in La La Land.
Nice.
I'd rather be here than there.
It's headed the other way.
Yep.
His bow got on there.
Huh?
Look at that.
I have no clue.
Can't see what it is. Oh,
He's covering his eyes.
Yeah,
okay.
I don't know. So anyway, tomorrow, wife and I's anniversary, 31 years.
Happy anniversary.
Yeah.
And there's Bocce. How you doing, Bocce? She is listening and driving.
Hey, bud.
More thunder.
Oh, man. That's why.
Actually, you ought to just pay attention to his driving.
Look at this. We have a special guest.
Who the heck is this guy?
Hobo.
Hey, I'm just trying to enjoy myself, but it's pouring down raining. But hey, at least the steaks are on.
Hey, I'll take mine medium well there, brother.
Oh, I don't cook medium well. That ain't a steak. That is not a steak.
What is it?
That's rubber.
Oh,
Where'd you get it from?
Get what? My steaks?
Yeah.
Walmart. Because Poland just closed already.
Oh,
dang. Why you
Pick
keep
up this
wiping on your
real
head?
Huh?
Why are you wiping your head? Is it raining?
Yeah, it's thundering and everything else.
well, most smart people would stand inside the house and then come out and flip it instead of standing outside.
I'm under my awning.
It don't look like it's working too well.
I'm not getting wet now.
Did you get your asparagus?
No, I didn't get asparagus. They had none of the. They didn't have none with the small stalks. They were all big stalks. They were all about that big around.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't like them that big.
And then they also had the red ones, and them suckers were about that big around.
Wow. No, best place to get that is Green Farms.
That's where I was at. Was Green Farms.
Oh, well, maybe your mom bought them all then.
Probably.
Sorry,
Boy,
I
the
had
lilacs are
to go
blooming.
check on his mother.
Bo, you just gonna have to you're gonna have to beat Kyle to go on over to your mom's house to get what you need. I mean, you just got to go get there before Kyle does.
For what? Their brand new car's already sitting over there.
Oh, Lordy.
Okay, Bo. You and Ed had to jinx us because now we got thunder.
Yep, it's a thunder and then carrying on here now.
My lights keep flickering, so I'm just waiting. But
Wow.
the storm's
that's
pretty much
good.
over now. This is like calm compared to what it was.
Oh. And Delisa says, I forgot to tell everybody hello.
Hi,
Yeah,
Delisa.
Delisa. Hello, Delisa.
Delisa? I'm up here on my phone, so you get your butt up here on your phone.
Oh, Delisa, he just called you out.
Yeah, that was with the other.
Hey, while we're calling people out, let's get Bocce up here, too.
No, we don't need that up there. That's too much trouble.
Are you trying to say that Bocce's trouble?
I think he
She's
did.
never trouble.
Mark, we knew this from the get-go that she was trouble.
Hey,
But at least she's a semi-nice trouble.
I am taking the fifth on that whole ordeal.
Why?
That's like a miniature tornado. Just leave it alone.
You were just on table.
Where's baby?
Oh, my phone's wet.
Is it?
Where's baby?
That's fine.
Bo. Now he shut the door.
Yeah.
Ignore me, Bo Allen.
For those who don't know what the channel's name is, Delisa. So
Yeah.
That's who that is?
yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly right, Susan M. You're better off just to leave that conversation the fifth. I ain't even touching it.
Why? What is Bocce going to do to you?
I honestly think that sometimes she's into witchery or something. She can put a curse on your ass and you're done. And I ain't saying anything more.
Yep. Skies are lightening up now. Mom, Dad, you have fun with that storm. It sucks.
That's more down toward Cajun's part of the area. I mean, that witchcraft stuff.
Yeah. They say that's something pretty good, pretty big in Louisiana. Back in
Yeah.
those swamps and
We
stuff.
do.
And we lost Bo.
Yeah, I was just looking there, Ed. On the inside cover, lucky for me, it's got a little screw so that I could push push that fork thing into the worm more.
Mhm.
But I'm thinking about how it's mounted on the tractor. On the inside, I would probably have to take the steering box off to do that.
But you
Because
know,
there ain't enough room to be on that side of it.
first thing I would do, Jeff, is take the big nut off the steering wheel and pull that steering wheel and make sure that your spline's right there at the steering where it goes on to the steering wheel. Make sure it's okay before you go any further down into it.
Wait a second.
I don't think that wheel's going to come off.
Are you sure that big nut that's holding the steering wheel is not what's loose? With the holding the steering wheel with the two hands and not. I mean, that might be harder than that. That's loose. I mean,
This is the younger monster. Bocce is listening.
Yeah.
Okay.
She said up earlier that she was listening and driving.
Yeah.
Hi,
Hi,
girl.
younger monster.
But
monster.
if it is in the top of that steering wheel, Jeff, that steering wheel will come up off of there with ease if it's slipping on those splines. If you just take that big nut off and it doesn't come off, then you know the issue's not right there. Unless
Well,
it's
does it do it in the same spot? Like if you turn all the way to the left, does it do it in the same spot all the time, or does it just do it randomly?
It does it. I know it does it about halfway this way to the right. And I think it. I'm not sure. I think it kind of jumps back when I'm going to the left.
I would try tightening that worm gear up against the thing.
Yep.
Because it's the same spot on those two gears when those two spots meet.
Yeah.
And if you catch it early enough, you probably haven't worn it out. You can just make them mesh a little bit more and get them down tighter together.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, try meshing them if it doesn't pop off. Otherwise, you're just going to have to go get new gear.
Probably have to have a new gear made. I don't know if those are still available.
Yeah. Well,
an easy way to look.
Yeah.
They might be. I'll just go in the old Service Pros.
Yeah.
I got a lot of these guys keep saying it. You go on this company mission that supposedly still makes all of the Power King parts, but I've only seen a couple of things they make.
Yeah.
Right. Well, take and get a measurement on that steering shaft and see how long that is.
It pretty much goes from the top to the bottom.
Yeah, I know that. And heck, it might even have a little rod that hooks to it at the bottom.
But what he's saying is how long is that rod?
The shaft itself. How long is the whole steering column?
Yes.
It's all one piece, all the way from the end of the worm all the way to the threads on the wheel.
Yes. Measure from the steering wheel all the way to the bottom of that worm gear.
It's about, let's say, probably about this long.
You're shitting me. It's that long?
Yeah, it is.
Holy cow.
It's that long, Mark.
It's just long enough to reach from the steering wheel to the gearbox.
Yeah.
Not any shorter, not any longer.
Nope.
Daryl, it's about yay long.
Yeah, about that long.
Yeah, but Jeff, the length of that rod may depend on the size of the gear you need. Some people make it different, so that's why they're telling you to measure.
Well, they only make one steering box setup for this tractor.
Okay, well, I don't know. I don't
It's
know that.
all the same. It's all the same. The 24, 16s, and the little Jam Dandy tractors all use the same steering box.
Okay, well, I don't know that brand or anything up there because I'm used to Briggs and Stratton and Tecumseh down here in Oklahoma and Texas. That's what I grew up helping my dad work on.
The Junksa.
Tecumseh.
No, he said it right the first time.
The Junksa.
Okay, well, let's put it this way. If my dad worked on it, all you had to do was go every year, clean your plugs, and clean your carburetor, and it worked. There was still one.
It really. Oh, put it this way, Mark. I got to come to snowblower that in my driveway. I can yank in one pull anytime you want. It's over 60 years old.
You know what, Scott? I'm going to tell you the honest God, the truth. My opinion is my opinion, and it's a damn Junksa. End of the story. I don't like.
Oh no, they're excellent engines.
Yeah,
I've had good experiences with them. Some people haven't. That's fine. I know my dad worked on one, and it was working over 30 years later when he passed away.
Oh yeah, you can't kill good. It depends on what. It depends on what it's on. How's that? If it comes to the lawnmower engine, they're junk. Their snowblower engines are awesome.
I personally like the 14, 16, and 18 horse overhead valves. Those are really good engines. You just can't get any parts for them.
Yeah.
And you can't do anything with solid state ignition.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm just guessing. I mean, I wouldn't know anything. But anyway, Asian, what do you know about fish finders?
What's that?
What do you know about fish finders?
Man, you know how long it's been? You know how long it's been since I used one?
Well, how long?
A very long time. Well, I say very long time. 98, 99.
Well, this is that new Garmin that's out, and it's got flat screen and all that stuff.
Got GPS on it, shows the underwater visuals and stuff. Yeah, I like those.
And
I've seen them, but I've never used them.
I opened the box up, I seen all the hardware and stuff, and I shut the box back up.
Don't blame me. There's a lot of technology in that little piece of equipment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I got hold of the boat shop, and they said $200. They'll install it all on the boat and everything. So I said, you know what? That's going to be $200 well spent.
Well, what they'll do, you see, you let a boat shop do it, or some, authorized,
dealer,
shop, whatever, and what they'll do, they'll put your name in there, and they'll update it for you and all that when it needs updates.
Yeah.
The GPS and all that. Yeah. That's the guy. He installed the maps for me when I had that one on the crew boat that I was running, and he was out of Lake Charles. In fact, we actually bought the GPS depth finder, fish finder from him. So he installed it, I think, he just charged us the gas to go back and forth to Lake Charles, from Lake Charles to Cameron, which was like not $20 at the time, $25.
Not bad.
Pretty charged.
You ain't going to get that to happen now, but that's not bad. That was.
Oh
not
no,
bad.
that was 25 years ago.
Right.
Okay, 25 years ago, I was graduating high school. Literally. This is supposed to be my 25-year reunion. Don't know if I'm going.
But that's a damn fine piece of equipment you got, Mark. It is.
But this thing here, it says you can mark your location where you've been hitting that and all that, and go back and recall and pull all that back up when you fish that lake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we went down to a tournament last Saturday. We got our asses handed to us. And I'm sure to tell you, these boys had three to four of them flat screen
Mm-hmm.
on their boats, and I mean they were set up.
Or they also got trolling motors now that you can sit there and lock it in spot, and it'll follow the path that you want it to run too.
Well, I
Oh,
got
we
that.
got
I
that.
got that on my boat already. All I got to do is hit it, and it's called cruise. And you set that coordinates, no matter how much the wind's blowing, anything, it'll keep that boat just keep going right on, dead on. But it's not
Di-
cheap.
Dynamic cruise control or dynamic positioning. You
They
call it
call it
offshore.
autopilot's what they call it,
Yep.
And
it's sweet.
and if you're in a hot spots, you can block it, and that it'll hold you in one spot too. If that's,
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
that's
seen,
called
Yeah.
that's called dynamic positioning. It works by GPS. The real stuff does. You know.
yeah.
Yeah. All right, Ben. Thanks for stopping by.
Good
Hi,
night, Ben.
Ben.
Hey, Ben.
Take
Hey,
care.
Hello, everybody in chat. I didn't get to say hello earlier. And it just wasn't the same with on a little notepad, you know?
Yeah.
No.
No picture or just weird. So how you been doing, Mark, Sandy, Daryl, Ed, Crystal, Briggs?
Doing about as good as we can, I guess.
Doing good.
Hey, channel name, Lisa.
well, you better say hi to Lisa.
Oh yeah. She's
I
already
did say hi to Lisa.
had it with computers today.
Yeah.
I've been doing all right, dealing with Mater and all his stuff. So
Where is Mater?
he's hiding in the garage. I'm still a little upset with him because of last night. Plus that, and he's building shelves.
Well, wait a minute now, Crystal. Is he hiding in the garage, or you got him locked in the garage? That's two different meanings. I mean,
Last night I came that close to locking him in the garage.
oh, okay.
Right now he's hiding.
Well, okay.
Oh, listen to you hiding him in the garage, locking him in there.
He's actually doing work out there, so he calls that hiding. So, besides Briggs, I still don't care for you, and I'm still upset about you from Wednesday. So,
Okay. Well,
What?
we're not going to
I'm
have
not
it out.
bringing it- I'm not bringing it
Hold up. Right here. Hold it right here.
it's
Maggie,
stopping right there.
It's not. I don't want to hear nothing about it on this stream. It has nothing to do with it. Y'all air that shit elsewhere.
Maggie,
It's stopping
stop.
right there.
Maggie, stop. Yeah.
So, anyway, I don't know how long our stream's going to last here because our lights keep flickering and it's lightning and it's pouring here now.
Yeah, y'all got some storms coming.
Yeah, boy.
I saw on the radar. We got some. We're supposed to get a piece of that action ourselves in a few days.
Ugh.
Man, it's non-seasonal stuff we going through here.
Oh,
Nah.
That's where
In
I
the
went.
way.
I thought it was hailing. I had to go out and back. It was just super heavy rain.
Yeah, it's,
I hear the
We
thunder.
heard you.
I
He
hear
did
somebody
that.
thundering.
yeah, that's here. And
Yeah.
yeah, we're getting slammed. I'm like, where in the shit did this come from?
All right, Daryl. He answered you. He's in chat.
Oh, hey, Mater.
Yeah.
I didn't see him. There he is.
okay. Yeah, I just wanted to get that cleared up there, Crystal. I didn't want that you didn't have him locked in the shop.
No.
I mean, Jaleesa's threatened to lock me in the shop a few times.
He
Yeah,
just
but
take a saw and cut a hole out the back and go around and come in the front door.
Oh.
So
Guys,
Punish me. Lock me in my shop.
Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
but that's why I fixed my shop up first, and then worry about fixing stuff up in the house.
and then when
I
you
got a good dog house.
then when you get locked up in the shop, then you decide where the new door's going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can't get you in there.
Exactly.
That's why I
Oh,
like
look at
a
little puppy
house for the
dog.
basement.
It puts the lotion on its skin, or it will get the hose again.
Ed, do you remember this little rat right here?
That thing's still around?
Myers.
Yeah.
Seth.
When she moved home, it came
Oh,
home
she
too.
got in California. I forgot.
What?
4 dogs now.
Yeah.
Well,
What
three,
y'all
three
didn't?
and a quarter.
Yeah.
Somebody took care of it while y'all was down here.
What's that?
Oh, we didn't have this one. This is our
Oh, this
daughter's.
is the daughter.
Oh, that's a new one.
Home.
That's their grand. That's their grand fur.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
pain in the butt.
No, we actually Cajun. We have eight kids. So when we go on vacation, they take care of the house. They come in at 5 o'clock in the morning and do the dogs, and then they do them at their lunch break, and then they do them at night, and
Okay.
or they come and stay while we're gone.
Yep. And then you've got to come back and restock the fridge.
Oh, that's they come here to grocery shop. What are you talking about?
So they don't have to go on vacation for that.
Yeah.
Then we have Kyle. He's our leftovers.
Then we got Kyle. When he shows up, whatever food's left, it's gone. He cleans it up.
Yeah.
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 Yes, Lisa, and they all get along great. And my biggest one is I got a King German Shepherd, and she's huge.
They don't get along yet.
And probably the
He's a big
smallest one there probably won't set the German Shepherd because it's been there longer. So I mean, that's usually the way it works. I mean, they know their pecking order in the house, so even though it's a bigger dog, the little one probably will still roll that big one if it comes down.
Yep. Because it's my territory and I don't care.
That's
Yep.
it.
That's how they do it.
Yes, the Lisa Bo is at home. He's grilling outside in the rain.
Oh, didn't Bo say he was coming by for asparagus?
No, sir.
Not today.
So I looked for asparagus. I just didn't have any at the store when I was there.
I'm
Well,
telling you,
that's
she
couple
bought it all.
Well, and then whenever I look for it anymore, I mean, it's so huge.
Yeah, we
I
don't buy
I
it.
like the little tiny ones. They're so
Right.
tiny.
It's the time of year right now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Finally got all that mess straightened out.
Yeah, heck,
I
I
had
barbecued.
about 3 knots yay big around.
Oh,
Day
yeah.
before yesterday.
Yeah, I barbecued twice this
No,
week.
last night.
Last night, night before.
Yeah.
I barbecued Monday and today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's nice and peaceful because I barbecue right out there in front of my garage and my stereo's on and everything. And my gosh, is it peaceful. And when I hear the door of the house open up, I'm like, it just went to shit.
Yeah, because you're wondering how many kids showed up.
It only takes one.
Well, that means you're a better griller than you are a cook.
No, she likes it when I cook. Something about the reason because I don't know how to cook.
Well, that way I don't have to.
Well, something funny happened today when I was barbecuing. I see my neighbor from the one side walking across the back of my property. I'm like, what the heck's he doing? You know, whatever. No big deal. I don't care. Then I see him carrying a chicken up through the yard by its legs.
Did you tell me about your chicken?
Well, I knew the other neighbor had gotten some chickens.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, what the heck, I'm like, oh, whatever, So I figured maybe they got over into his yard and I just didn't see him carrying it. I go back to grilling and everything, and all of a sudden I hear, hey, what's up? I'm like, hey, Steve, how you doing, man? He said, oh, no. I said, what was with the chicken, man? There's a fox den right back at the corner of my property.
Uh-huh.
He was over mowing his grass and seen the fox come out and get one chicken. And then when he got over there, that one ran away, but there was another one down over the bank that the fox had cornered.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, the neighbor that has the chickens went back with looked like a little rifle. I didn't hear any shots, so I hope he didn't get it because I like the foxes.
Oh, heck yeah.
Well, that shoots my next question down. I was going to ask you if you wanted me to come and get it.
No. So the fox are finally coming back around, getting repopulated in the area.
Yeah.
And about 8-9 years ago, I had one that would come almost all the way up by the house, and he wasn't friendly. It wasn't friendly, like where it would like you could pet it or feed it or anything, but it wouldn't take off running. And I used to watch it every morning on my way when I'd leave for work. It'd be out there in the yard, probably looking for insects or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, the only thing about a fox though is you got to watch them. They carry rabies bad, so you got to be careful with foxes hanging around.
I got a fox in my backyard. I did have Miss Maggie kind of told him where to go.
We're got too many neighbors for us to get any. We have a bunch of semi-feral cats if you want them.
Wow.
I've got three of those.
What in the heck is Mater working on there?
Working on the lake for the shelves.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Believe me, if those fox wanted to go there, they would be there.
Mater's making a peg leg.
Mm-hmm.
Almost. I got them glued up right now, clamped and nailed together. That way the glue and everything can dry. And right now I'm just trying to get a couple of pieces of boards because there's going to be a space in between. Because the way I got to do it, the wood I've got is only 4 foot in length. Well, the distance between one wall to the next is 8 foot. So I'm building 2 4 foot by 2 foot shelves. But I have the legs come down, but there's going to be that gap in between. So just going to glue a couple of these together. And once I put everything in, these will sit in there and some screws in between.
And fill up that gap.
Fill up that gap. That way those legs don't want to do anything. Now, I'm only doing 4 legs because the very back is actually going to get screwed to the wall. And I think, hang on, I don't have my light on here. Anyways, I think these screws here might be long enough.
Yeah, they might be.
I mean, there's some that I picked up that fell on the floor at work. Didn't get sent out. It didn't get put in the trash barrel.
Yeah. Sometimes you have days like that.
Yeah, he brings more work home with him than Ed does. And Ed has it all over his hands. Michael has it all in his pockets.
No, Ed don't usually have it all over his hands because he wears gloves.
Yeah.
There you go.
I have to answer my cell phone. I have to answer the shop phone.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like it'll work.
Yep. But he emptied his pockets on one day. He had more screws and nuts and bolts than he did change. And it's like,
and I've got this.
Yeah, but Crystal, see, what you're badly mistaken is, when he's trying to get all that loaded up to paint them screws and everything, they're falling. And if they happen to fall in his shirt pocket, what have you, it just happens.
Fair game.
Yeah.
I have come home with work tools in my pocket on accident before, sockets and stuff.
Oh yeah, I've done that. No box cutters and pliers and I think y'all guys call them dikes.
Hey, Mark. There you go.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
Hey, Mater.
What?
We don't need to be showing all that screwing on here.
Hey, you see this?
Uh-huh.
Hey, I'm just sitting here playing with my nuts.
Oh,
he'll be able to get his nuts off in a minute. I mean, that's what you got to worry about.
Oh, Lordy.
I had a buddy that used to work at a place where they would package like the wire end fittings.
Mm-hmm.
They'd come in big, huge bulk like containers, and they'd have to break them down into 5 packets. He said every day they sweep the floor, and the bosses tell them, "Don't worry about picking those pieces out because it's calculated loss."
Right.
He would bring home gallon freezer bags a day of all kinds of wire ends.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Well, I did that too when I worked on the assembly line. I mean, you go to sweep the floor and the daggum thing's half as full of sheet metal screws. I mean, I doggone right. I'll sweep them up and put them in my pocket. They were going to throw it away anyway. So.
Exactly.
Yeah, we've got 6 machines in the back, and we do the racking and everything on.
Uh-huh.
And so that's 6 different screws right there, and no telling what comes falling out.
Right. I mean, is there that big of a market on painting stuff like that?
How many
Mark,
how many light switches do you have in your house, Mark?
our
How many
outlet,
how many outlets do you have?
No clue.
Okay. You've got 2 screws per outlet and light cover. And his job paints all those.
Wow.
Yeah.
that's
So,
what we do. And the company that we paint them for, they're running 2 shifts at 3 different plants. Okay,
Oh, right.
we're
Ed,
right.
I just read chat.
Up like this. We wound up usually sending out about 2.5 million screws a week just to that one customer.
Wow.
They're running the shifts that they're running are requiring 3.5 million.
Wow. Hey, how you doing?
Hey,
Yeah, and that's just one customer.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah, and mind you, we've got other customers also that we're dealing with. In fact, we got one customer that we're working on a 3 million piece order.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and that was just one part of the whole order.
Yep. That's amazing.
Yeah, and then we got another customer. We're usually doing about anywhere from 1 to 1.5 million screws a week for them.
All right.
Well, I hope you're using protection.
Jeez.
Well, I gotta wear
yeah,
my. I have to wear my glasses. I do have to wear my rubber gloves.
Respirator for the paint.
I do wear the respirator for the paint. Yeah, that's required.
Wow. And then you sit there and you sing all day long. Here a mater, there a mater, everywhere a mater.
And every once in a while, he gets on the forklifts and moves stuff.
Yeah, Mondays and Wednesdays is the trash day. So after I get into work, get the building open, get the oven going, get the paint booth cleaned out, I start on getting the trash all taken out. That takes about 30 minutes. Then get started on painting and all that by 9 o'clock.
Well, it sounds like almost a guaranteed job that it's not going nowhere then for that kind of work.
Yep.
And he's got 9 more years of it.
Or more.
I'm only going to work 6 more years and I'm going to retire.
Yeah, well, actually, no, he's got 8.5, little over 8.5 left. And then he can retire. Now, if he wants beyond that, yay.
7.5.
Well, I mean, I guess I need to rephrase that. I'm going to retire and put everything in the wife's name for about 5 years, and then I'll go back to work.
Dixie, go lay down.
Oh, she's a pain.
Well, I mean, I pull like this, Mark. Like the hinges. Do you see the video when I built the door for the garage?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, those hinges I got from work.
Yeah.
A lot of the, and matter of fact, all the wood that I'm using for not only this table I've got sitting here, that one there, the shelving, the table the computer's sitting on, the storage building that I've got to get started on again, that's all come from the free wood I get from work.
Right.
You got other projects you need to finish before that storage shed.
I know. I got to get started on that storage shed again.
So
I hate to say it, but your storage shed is at the point you need to just forget it and restart from scratch again.
I know. That's
how did your gates work out that you built?
talk about to keep my mom.
Yeah.
That's why I shut the computer down.
Yeah, that didn't work.
Oh.
She has found ways of getting around it. So what we're going to do is that opening is going to get totally enclosed in and a door put there.
Right.
It's got the it'll have a deadbolt and everything on it. So basically, on the dining room side, it's just going to have the little where you just twist the lock, but on the living room side, it'll take a key.
Yeah. Wow.
That way, when I have to go out of town I'm going to Hobby Lobby to get more hooks.
Yeah.
Because they
All right.
broke. Okay, that's a 20-minute drive, so I need to.
I got to ask Nate this question. Nate, did you lose it in the water, or did you not crash in the water?
He didn't show the footage if it crashed in the water.
I'm just curious. He said you got to be brave to fly it over the water. So,
well, he was getting some really good shots of it over that island he goes to out there, with that drone. That's awesome.
Wow.
One of these days.
Which island is it?
It don't have a name. It's just basically a sandbar with trees on it.
Oh, it's still dry. It didn't hit the drink thing. That's a plus, Nate. Oh Lord.
But I think his private island has gotten populated though. From a couple years ago. A couple years ago, he was the only one going out there. His drone footage showed there was lots of people out there now.
Wow.
A buddy of mine bought him a drone, and he was on the sea. And it was windy, and man, that drone was going all over the place, and he wasn't used of it. It was underpowered, really. So certain size is if you're over a certain size, you can't be within. You limit how high you go is limited, and that if you're near an airport, all this FAA stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, the wind took his, and he lost control, and it landed in the highway, and it's not an isolated highway, put it that way, but he had time enough to get out there. Somebody saw the drone in the road when it went down. They went around it. Good thing there wasn't nothing coming, or the car would have, stopped or whatever. But he ran out there and rescued it. And he says, I ain't doing that in the front yard no more.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one
I got one here.
So the one I was looking at was like what Nate says. It has GPS lock, and it'll actually correct itself and be stable. Or you can lock it on a subject, like if it's something moving, it'll fly right along with it and keep its distance and everything else. You don't even have to keep control.
Yeah, I don't think his is that fancy. Like
but
Nate
now, but now, in order you get very much of a drone, you got to have that FAA Part 107 to fly it. I mean, if you're gonna post anything to YouTube or anything like that, you're supposed to have that. You have to have a license to fly it. Yeah. I mean,
Well, I thought there was only if they go up to a certain height.
well, it goes by size of the drone. If it weighs under so many grams, you are okay. But once it gets, most of the ones with the high definition and all that stuff, it gets up to once it gets above that so many grams in weight, then you got with the high definition and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got to have that Part 107 to fly.
He's saying if it's under 249 grams, you don't.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Well,
I know it was something, and that's why I didn't say the number of grams because I wasn't sure what they were now. But
Right.
One of Kenny's buddies, that's what his business is going out and doing drone stuff.
Yeah.
He works a lot. He works a lot with realtors and stuff, doing that. Some sporting events, all kinds of stuff. And he's got some of the big doggies.
Yeah.
And
that's
Welcome back there, Bocce.
and that's kind of why that's kind
Hey,
of why
Bocce.
that's kind of why they to put that law in effect. I think just to protect some of the ones that's got the professional equipment and all that stuff.
that and money.
Yeah.
It has to do with a license fee. It has to do with the money.
Well, also it has to do with how much weight they can carry. You can drop some pretty heavy stuff on people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no.
There's all kind. I mean, there's all kind of rules. Like right here, we're backed up against the national forest. I can't go. I can't. I'm not even supposed to fly it back toward the national forest. I
Dang.
mean, you can't fly it on national forest land.
There,
Oh,
there's
no.
your,
I didn't know that.
there's
Yeah.
your flat, Ed.
Yeah. There's
It's
just
like
that.
government property.
But it's all the way down in
If you were
Florida.
by, they just throw that in case you were by a military base.
Right.
You can't fly it over government property.
You can't fly it over people. You can't fly it over. There's so many rules to it without that license.
That's a joke that you can't fly it over government property. The government property is owned by the people.
That's
But
public.
there's still a law over rigs. I mean,
Yeah, but they're talking like the military bases, the parks, and the
Well,
things that they want to keep private because they may have something in there that.
well, this is just national forest, but you still it is still illegal to fly a drone over the national forest.
Oh, I know. That's what I'm saying. I mean, it's a park. I mean, oh yeah, where they got a circular Adam ant on base down in that forest. They don't want anybody seeing up in Adam ant.
Yeah,
Well,
technically, yes.
especially during hunting season. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Spotting deer, whatever, game, big game.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And people go there for, rest or relaxation and privacy. They don't want they want a bunch of drones flying over them.
Right.
You may have some of the people that want to go out there and get completely back to nature without their clothing. They don't want the drones going over them.
Well, it's not.
That's illegal in a national forest too. So.
Well, I'm not saying they were doing it legally, but there are those people.
Well, they got to get caught doing it first.
Basically, part of that stuff is so you can't use them. You can't use them basically for hunting purposes for the national forest because you can go up and spot a deer with a drone and then zero in exactly where that sun's at and come back.
Yeah, that's not sportsmanlike.
No.
It's that's not really hunting. You know?
Nope.
I mean, it's like going down there hunting alligators with a drone. I don't know where caging that. I mean, it takes all the fun out of it. I mean,
yeah, but you do that where caging at. That's kind of keeping your toes.
you're liable to get shot from the bank if you go do that down around cages where cages at. Them big mosquitoes go zooming over and they liable to get shot down.
Yeah, we got some good sized mosquitoes down here. Not as big as the drone, but they'll swarm a drone probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, but some of them skeeters down there in them daggone swamps are as big as a damn drone.
That's what I was talking.
We got two different sized mosquitoes over here in South Louisiana. We got the itty bitty ones and we got the big ones.
Uh-huh.
The itty bitty ones pass through the screen of your screen door. The big mosquitoes open your screen door.
I can testify to that. They tried to carry my ass off.
Yeah.
They dropped Ed. They was trying to haul him up, but they dropped him and he fell in the boat.
Well,
Thankfully, it was the boat, not the water.
We went to play.
That was the mosquitoes.
When I was back playing football, there was one place we went to that the mosquitoes was the best players. I mean, you could be running wide open out in an open field, and all of a sudden you trip over a mosquito, and it make you fumble the ball. I mean, it's just hard to make
When
you
me and Sandy and Ed was down there alligator hunting down there in Louisiana, them skeeters were tearing him up, but they didn't bother me and Sandy. But they was oh man, they was tearing him up.
It's just because they know I'm so sweet.
Yeah, exactly. It's just so sweet, man. They go after the sugar first.
Yeah.
So anytime I'm going to go down there and gator hunt, I'm taking Ed's ass with me.
I have one of those beekeeper suits on.
That was a good time, though. It really was.
Oh, it was a blast.
It was fun. It was fun.
Yeah, I want to hit a tree stump again. This time I'll be video.
Mark, this time you put the camera on and leave the daggone camera on so we can see it about to fall out the boat.
Well, next time we'll mount an action
Down
camera
there.
on the front of the boat,
Yeah.
pointing back.
Backwards.
Yeah.
In their drive, their backyard.
Yeah, Nate says it's their state bird, the mosquitoes down in Florida.
Yeah, Louisiana's too. That's a old nickname for them.
Man, there's some monsters down there.
As long as I can remember, since I was a kid, I was 5, 6, I could remember Louisiana state bird on shirts, and it showed, an image of a mosquito.
I don't doubt it. We've seen some big ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, in the marsh, now the marshes are worse than the swamps. Okay. The marsh, if you going crabbing or casting it, like on above Holly Beach going toward Hackberry, and you got all that marsh out there, you got all them marsh canals and marsh bayous, and you walking down a path, don't brush up against one of them old sagebrush.
Yeah.
Old creosote brushes, sagebrush, because we call them mosquito trees.
Mm-hmm.
And in the daytime, they all in there sleeping under, like bats, underneath. All them thousands upon thousands of mosquitoes are in that bush. And when you rub against it, there's a cloud.
Well, down there in Louisiana, when we was out there gator hunting, we got back in this part, and the trees like had all this mouthy stuff all hanging off of them. And I think
Moss.
that's the worst.
Moss.
Yeah,
Spanish moss.
That's the worst place we found the mosquitoes, was back in them parts there. And I mean, that stuff was horrible.
Well, y'all have sand fleas and stuff down there too, don't you, Casey?
Yeah, around like, Holly Beach area and stuff like that. It's not bad though, like, certain parts of the country or whatever.
Yeah, my brother graduated from the Marine Corps down there at Paris Island, South Carolina. And
yeah.
we was up there beating them daggum sand fleas off of us, and the Marines called that character builders. I mean, because they had to stand at attention and couldn't move at all.
Oh boy!
And the whole, everybody up in the stands was having to kept beating them daggum sand fleas off.
And there's
Hey, Destroyer.
Hey, Destroyer.
Right. I'm going to hop off here because I've got a couple of messages on Messenger I've got to deal with.
Okay.
And
all right.
So
later.
You guys can have him.
See ya.
Bye, guys.
Okay, bye, Miss Crystal.
Oh my gosh! Did you see what Bocce put in there? Rhode Island state bird's middle finger.
I agree with that. I agree with that one. I've driven enough in Rhode Island to see that.
Wow. That's crazy.
New York, it's a double middle finger.
Red bugs, yeah. We got red bugs too.
Wow.
Chiggers, no seals. Yeah.
Well, when I worked in the truck garage, I know, like, I think it was the springtime, the truckers called them love bugs. I don't know what they're really called, but they would just coat the front windshield and the front grill and everything else for them semis coming up out of Florida and shit.
Yeah, them
love bugs. Love bugs. Yeah, they black. Hey, you got a nickname down here. We call them double enders. When they mating, they attached their apps.
Yeah.
Okay, AFT.
I swear they make super glue out of bugs. They hit the glass because then stuff don't wash off.
The love bugs.
Those love bugs now, them songs clog up radiators. They'll clog up everything.
I forget the real name of them things.
They're actually Florida. When they used to be just in Florida, but now I know they got the hurricanes that brought them all up across Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama.
We got them down here. If Florida had them, then we had them about the same time. It's all coastal,
But do
y'all know what's the last thing that goes through a bug's mind when it hits a windshield?
Yeah, his ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Bocce, you don't live on Rhode Island.
Unless it's a love bug, mater. Because the reason they call them love bugs is because they hook together whenever they're mating, and they're hooked together. So
Mhm.
the head on one hits, and it'd be the head on the other one sticking, just still there. So
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. Both
yeah,
of their AFTs are
yeah,
together, and they fly. One's going backwards, the other one's heading forward, and then they
yeah.
change direction. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
the
know
guy.
they nasty and they stink. You know, when
Right.
you're trying to wash them off a windshield or a grill,
I
Yeah.
the
mean, you just
smell is
got to
so
have a
bad.
Brillo pad to get them off the windshield. I mean,
The guys in the wash bay over there. When trucks come through with those on, they actually charged extra when they had to clean
Yeah,
them trucks.
yeah,
I believe.
yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
We had some
Now,
that you could spray on and pre-treat, and it would lift them, but it still took forever to get them all
Well,
off.
see
if
down in
you
Florida.
take baby wipes, bottom wipes for babies, and in the morning you rub that on your windshield, let it dry. It's going to be cloudy, hazy for a little bit, but it'll dry clear. That will keep them from sticking, and then baby wipes to actually clean later in the day. Baby wipes,
But
take it off.
the reason they were Florida University made them, they created them. They were created to get rid of fruit flies and stuff, fruit flies and them, those fruit gnats off of the citrus trees down there. And so what happened is them bugs there eats those fruit fly things, and they become citrusy. So whenever they hit the windshield and that stuff dries on them, it's like glue, super glue. You take a daggone Brillo pad to clean your windshield.
So the
Yeah.
University of Florida came
Yeah,
up with that
yeah,
variety of bug.
yeah.
Damn, I wonder what they crossed to get that.
I don't know, but they brought they kind of made them to they come up with them for a to
Right,
kind of
pest
help,
control.
yeah, pest control. I mean it's like certain parts of the country right now are taking uh uh what do you call it? Mosquitoes that can't reproduce and putting them out there to combat the mosquitoes that can.
Eradicate the
Yeah,
bad
to
mosquito.
eradicate the
Yeah,
mosquitoes that can.
something gonna go wrong with that. I heard
Yeah,
about that back a few years back.
yeah,
Something's gonna go wrong with that too.
yeah,
Well, same
Rain-X,
thing.
yeah, that works too.
Same thing with those honeybees they've created that are they're supposed to produce more honey with less bees, and now they're swarming and killing people.
yeah.
Oh,
That's them.
is that how the South American bees started? The ones
No,
that are coming
that
up.
was the African bees.
The Africanized bees, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the ones they developed
Yeah.
to get more honey.
Mhm.
And then
Oh,
they probably created that damn murder hornet too. I mean, them daggone things are that big. It looks like on.
I like turtles.
Nate says he likes turtles. No, I think that killer bee thing came from the containers that they shipped from
Yeah,
overseas.
yeah,
Is where them bees come in was from overseas out of the containers on the ships and stuff when they brought them into the United States to unload them.
well, when I was in school, like second or third grade, we were learning about the bees that were flying from South America and their path, the path that they was going. It took them. They said by 1980, and this was back in 71, 72. They said by 1980, the killer bees will reach the California border, but
Mm-hmm.
Tijuana there, the Southern California border. And those killer bees, they call them killer bees from South America in school. Uh,
but that's kind of where the fire ants came from too. I think they're Cajun.
Fire
They,
ants came out of Mexico and they
yeah,
migrate north.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
what I'm
mean,
saying.
but we didn't invent that or
No,
whatever. But
no,
they came out of Mexico and they migrating north.
yeah.
That's like Kentucky, no? I don't think they have fire ants in Kentucky yet.
We don't have them in Virginia, but They're because they hadn't come up over the mountains yet. That's what's kept them back.
And then what was the
I
big
don't think
outbreak?
they're gonna cross them.
What was the big outbreak of the flies? What the heck was the name of that fly?
CC fly.
The botch fly.
No. Lantern flies. Whenever we would pick up out of the ports and stuff, we had to look for any of the lantern flies to be on our trailers or on the freight because it spread and it'd wipe out a whole woods. It would just kill the trees.
Well, and then there was, and also if you go, it used to be, I don't know how it is now, but it used to be if you took a load into California, you better get that truck right before you went across the border, because they were looking for these moths, the gypsy moths or whatever, because they would destroy a crop.
Right.
I mean, and you had because if they found some of them daggum gypsy moths on there on your truck, they would at the agriculture station, they would turn you around and you'd have to pay a heck of a fine for that stuff.
Oh yeah.
Delisa's dad went out there with a pop-up camper, and he didn't get his water. You know, he didn't wash it. Well, whenever he went, but they made him pop the camper up and everything else just because he had Virginia tags on that thing. So, he wanted to argue with them and stuff, so they liked to lock his ass up there. But I mean,
well, around here a couple of years back, you couldn't take firewood from county to county because we had the emerald ash boring.
Oh yeah, emerald. Yeah.
Yep. And
we got a variety of that here in Louisiana.
Well, I actually lost a couple of ash trees out behind me because of that.
I found one in my yard, and I reported it to the LSU Ag Center. I called the Crowley station. It was a local number. I talked to a local biologist over there at the Rice Development Station, and he came by and picked it up.
Huh.
Because they want you to call in, report it, send a picture or whatever. I did that. The guy says,
but all those crop fields down across Louisiana, Mississippi, and all down in their Cajun, if you look, you can see about every quarter mile, you see a little trap stuck up right alongside of them. They're checking for certain bugs and stuff in them before they even cut them down. So I mean, cut the crops down. I mean,
well, they used to do that around here too. They used to they call them mosquito traps.
Yeah,
they would do that, and then also they were dropping baits for like raccoons and stuff for the rabies.
Yeah.
Oh, rabies. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's. I mean, there's a lot of stuff if you pay attention. There's a lot of stuff that's out there checking for things that we have no idea about. I mean.
Well, I just want to get rid of tree frogs. That's all I want to get rid of.
I asked Ed. Yep, I asked him to have a frog leg barbecue.
They're just little legs. They ain't even worth eating.
Yeah, your last video, they were loud in that last video.
Unless it's raining around here, then all of a sudden it's like raining frogs around here. Them daggum little green frogs everywhere.
Yeah, rain frogs. We know when it's going to rain down here. When them frogs start singing, rain's coming.
Mark knows what I'm talking about with them little green frogs all over whenever it rains, they everywhere around here.
Oh yeah.
Well, last summer, I didn't really have tree frogs real bad because I had 2 regular bullfrogs that would come up to the pool and stuff. And I thought they were driving them away. But this spring, I've got my 2 bullfrogs back, but the tree frogs are just horrible.
Yeah, but them daggone frogs sounded like turkeys out in the backyard when we sat there.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I kept looking around everywhere, and Ed was like, "What in the heck are you looking for?" I said, "Do you hear that damn turkey? Where's it at?" And he said, "It's frogs." I said, "Oh, bull, there ain't no frog sounds like a turkey."
Kenny did the exact same thing. He had his back to the backyard. We'd been swimming. It was just getting dusk, and one started going off, and he spun around in his chair, and he's looking around like, "What the hell?
Where's it
He
at?"
said, "Yeah." I said, "Oh, that's that frog." He goes, "That ain't no frog. Same thing you did." I'm like, "Yeah, that is a freaking frog."
Well, it's a bunch of them more than likely.
But I'm telling you, it mocked the turkey right to the T. He was sitting there gobbling and carrying on.
Hey, they're just getting it on, Ed. That's all. There's a bunch of frogs out there mating.
Well, I was reading online that if you spray white vinegar around, a 50-50 dilution of white vinegar, they don't like that. They don't like that vinegar, so I might have to try that.
Yeah.
But one of the first years I lived here, we were catching them, putting them in a 5-gallon bucket, and out of the pool alone, pool around the pool area, we caught 37 tree frogs.
Wow.
In one night.
Wow.
So you're saying they're not extinct, at least in your backyard?
Nope.
No.
Right.
Last summer, they were all down by the creek and back in the woods and stuff. There wasn't any up by the pool. Just a couple bullfrogs. They'd croak a couple times. They're no problem. But the other night when I was out video and I was out in the garage, it was probably 10 or 11 o'clock, and that's when it got really bad and really loud.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like this time of year, when I got the windows open, I got to shut the windows at night and turn the AC on because they're so loud.
Well, we've been pretty fortunate. We ain't used no AC yet. But they're complaining. They're wanting me to put the AC on, and I'm like, nope, not yet.
I ain't complaining.
Ed, you could always relocate those tree frogs over to Mark's house. I'm sure he'd appreciate it.
I tried that. I tried relocating them. They just come back.
Take him down to Cajun. He'll probably instead of crawfish, he'll probably use them to cook.
No, we got too many of them. We know it's not good to eat.
Them things are only about as big as the tip of my thumb. They ain't very big.
Right. Well, the tree frog, rain frogs we get, when they're sitting down, they're about an inch and a half long, from the nose to the behind, not spread, not with their legs spread out, just them sitting down, whatever. And then you pick one. When we were kids, we pick them up, man, they pee all over the place.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have another name for them also, peeing frogs, but we say it different.
Oh, Lord.
Well, you said how many of them did you find, Ed? 37?
37.
That'd be an appetizer for one person.
Yeah. Like I said, they don't got very big legs on them, so they wouldn't be much good eating.
Oh, you just pop the whole thing in. Just pop them in the oil, and then pull them back out. Okay, here's your appetizer. Just cut them with bread.
Asians do that in the Orient overseas.
Yep.
I'm like, no, y'all can have that. Guts and all, no, y'all can have that.
Well, a friend of mine said, "Oh, just get a snake." No. We ain't playing no nope rope.
Well, the only thing to what Susan's comment is, Susan, you have to tell them, well, hurry up and get out in that real world, and you know everything. Don't let that world eat your tail up. Best way to handle kids.
Yeah, and right now, certain one is starting to learn what it's like to be an adult.
You're gonna get in trouble, Mater.
No, he went up getting him a truck, and he's the one spending his money to get it fixed. To me, I looked at it, and I'd be going, pass.
Well, they know everything. Been there, done that, been through it.
Yeah, because to me, it's like, why would I want to trade a running a semi-street legal vehicle for a vehicle that isn't.
Right.
We don't know. Is Bo still in here? We can ask him that.
Well, no, I don't think he's in here, but he was another one. I tried to tell him, wouldn't listen. And then whenever he comes over with the issues, I just laugh at him. And he says, "What are you laughing about?" I said, "I know you don't want to hear this, but I tried to tell you." And it goes the heck from there.
There's your frogs and crickets right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, frog. I can hear the frogs in the back. Hear the crickets louder. But
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
they're good bait, though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I thought about getting a couple big old bass and putting in the swimming pool and see if I could, just let the bass eat. But
Well, I can bring them up.
No, I don't.
I don't know. I don't know if they would survive the chlorine.
No, that would.
No.
You know, Mark, you'd
What's
be
that?
better off. You'd be better off to ask Sandy to bring you some big bass, because Mark just don't hold his mouth right or something, because he can't. Sandy whoops him all the time.
Boy, you ain't a kidding, Daryl. She skunked me, man. I didn't catch not one fish. She skunked me hard.
Well, I mean, over at my mom's place, if you just drop the hook in the water, you catch the little bluegill.
Uh-huh.
Years back, my buddy brought his two little girls. I think they were 4 and 6 or something like that. They had their new little fishing poles and all that kind of stuff. And I looked at him, I'm like, "So what'd you bring your gear for?" He said, "Oh, I'm going to fish too." I'm like, "No, you're not." "Oh yeah, I will." He never baited a hook for himself. And girls went out there in the dock, and as soon as that thing hit the water, they were pulling the fish up. Dad. I actually went down and was helping them take the fish off and throwing them back in. That's how fast they were catching them.
Oh,
They were there for probably an hour, and after they were done the next day at work, he goes, "You weren't lying." I'm like, "No, I've told you. You bring the girls, they're going to catch fish continuously. You ain't going to have time to fish." So the next time he come out, he didn't bring the girls. He just brought himself. And
yeah,
that's like there's a place called Dog Patch USA over in Arkansas, and it started off as a rainbow trout farm, and they wound up building it all up as a little theme park. And it was all based on Lil Abner and everything. And I remember going over there, and I don't know how much it was to go fishing, but they would hand you a bamboo rod, string on it with a hook, and the guy was literally taking a can of corn.
Yeah.
He would take a piece of corn, and as soon as you put that out in the water, you're pulling it back because you've already got a rainbow trout on the end of it.
Well, at Mom's Lake, you can use corn, but if you just use a gold hook, them little bluegill will jump right on it.
Oh. Right.
That way it's overpopulated in that area.
Susan M., we hear the same thing around here. I know. And it still didn't do no good.
They still don't listen.
I don't need it.
They're out of the house. It's over.
Yep.
Or it's already here.
Oh, Lordy. But that's the way they are, if they want to learn the easy way or if they want to learn school of hard knocks. That's their opportunity.
Yep.
And that's the easiest way to explain it to them,
Yeah.
And Ed, you should seen Riley this week. She started Taekwondo.
Oh, Lordy.
Did she? Awesome.
Oh my God.
We got both grandbabies in Taekwondo now, and I'll tell you what, she is a hard hitter and a hard kicker. She's going to be tough. Well, Jason got a couple trophies and stuff at last tournament, so he's really turning it on now.
And he's up to a green belt already.
Yep.
I listened to my old man. He told me not to spend your money, save your money. I always did.
Yeah, but not too many people listen. Young kids.
Well, it's gonna pay. It pays off. It paid off for me because I got my doctor called me last night, but when I got out of work, he sent me a message that call me when you get home. So I called him, and he said he thought he was gonna make me bother me. He told me my leukemia is back in full force.
Wow. But you know, a lot of young kids don't understand. Even working a minimum wage job, if they would put $30, a measly $30, which every kid blows more than $30 of their paycheck. Take that $30 and put it in a savings account. The whole time they're working, they would not believe how much money they will have whenever they decide they want to do something. Just making interest and that $30. Every paycheck, $30 in a savings account. And that's not a whole bunch because you waste that much every paycheck and don't even think about wasting that $30. And they don't think about it.
Yeah. Oh, right! You can spend that much on a 6-pack of beer and pack of cigarettes nowadays.
It's pretty close, pretty much.
You spend that much on a quarter of a tank of gas.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of young kids, if they would just do that, they would have money and they would be making real good interest off of their savings account, and just let it just keep rolling. And my goodness, it's phenomenal how much they could save up.
Oh yeah. When I cut grass and shoveled snow when I was a kid, I'd make a couple $100 a snowstorm.
Oh
yeah. I made over $1,000 during the blizzard of '78.
Someone's got a train coming.
I always put my money back until I met women. So
it's just like all the kids in my neighborhood couldn't understand why I was walking around with $300 leather coats on and driving around in a brand new car when I was 16. It's like, say, what do you think I did with all that money when I was a kid? Put it in a bank.
Oh well.
Take care, Bocce.
Later, Bocce.
Oh yeah, Brandon's going live, so we're gonna have to get out of here. We'll see you, Bocce.
Oh boy, somebody knocking at my back door. Let me go check. Oh, you hauling? Y'all jetting out?
Yeah, we're gonna shut her down. Everybody in the chat.
All right.
Thanks for coming.
All right, everybody. As always, love, peace, crackling grease.
Good night.
Catch y'all later. Please
Me and Delisa.
Night.
Tomorrow night at 7.
And don't forget Polar Bear Ed tomorrow night, 7 p.m.
And possibly us afterwards.
We'll be there unless it's storming.
Yeah.